What's up, guys? Jesse Think Blue 77, and I know it's been a little bit, but friend of mine, Alex Bowman 53, is running a contest, and I'm here to support his channel. It's a cool contest. Love the idea. So what he wants us to do is, I guess, go through our cards and just pick out some of the cards that remind us of our fellow YouTubers, friend of ours in the community, and I thought that was a cool idea because, I mean, every time we go through our cards and stuff, there's always some card or another that always reminds us of somebody. So, Alex, really cool idea. And I got quite a few just from going through some of these. So, I mean, I had to stop at some point because the video was going on forever. But where do I start? I'll start. Okay. Let's start off with this one here. Sandlot, probably one of my favorite baseball movies ever, other than the baseball documentary by Ken Burns. So the Sandlot here reminds me of Jake Ticket Leprechaun. I like Sandlot, but he likes it even more. He has a really cool, insane Sandlot collection, autographed baseballs, memorabilia. He's got the big cutouts from the movie in his man cave. And he's also working on his Hall of Fame autographed baseball run. So anytime I see Sandlot, reminds me of Jake. So take it Leprechaun. Card number one. Next up, anytime I see this Harmon Killebrew, anything Harmon Killebrew, reminds me of Brent. Near Mint Musings. He's a big Harmon Killebrew guy. Twins, Nationals, or Washington Senators, I mean. Collector. And he also does a lot of the Pacific Coast League. He collects these. He's actually the one that introduced me to this T212 collection. He's been collecting a lot of his Seattle PC, from this set. So anytime I see any of these cards, it reminds me of his channel. And if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Near Mint Musings. Awesome channel. He has a lot of cool stories, a lot of videos with like local guys from his area. So check him out, guys. Next up, I'm gonna try and rush you guys. I know I have a lot, so I don't want to make it too long. But Reds. Right now, anytime I see Reds, Shannon, Back to the Cardboard, awesome channel. He really makes really cool videos, makes it fun to watch. And so yeah, he's a big Reds guy. So anytime I see Reds cards now, I think of him, Zombie, JY. And speaking of which, Reds, next up is when I see Pete Rose or Bo Bichette, reminds me of Ken's Cardboard. He's a Rockies guy out in Colorado. He's doing a Bo Bichette run as well as a Pete Rose. If I remember correctly, I think he's almost done or close to being done with this Pete Rose collection. I'm also working on it, so we have some things in common. And Ken's Cardboard, check him out. Another Bo Bichette collector is Aranya Boys, Scotty Aranya, aka Spidey. He's doing a Bo Bichette run as well. And him and his son also collect the Pokemon. So my son collects Pokemon. I borrowed this from him, but he's been collecting the Pokemon, especially now that the prices have gone up. He's all into it again. So he had kind of gone away from it, and now he's back. So one of these days I'll show his collection. I know when my I used to buy Pokemon for my brother back in the day, back in the late 90s. And I used to always put his hologram cards and stuff and screw downs and everything. And then a few years ago, he gave it to my son. So we have a lot of the early Pokemon. So one of these days we'll show you guys that. I'll show you that collection. So anyways, Scotty, Araña Boys, shout out to you. This Deion Sanders, when I see this, it cometh for egg. Reminds me of Egg's channel. Anytime I see a Brian Downing, I wish I had the bobblehead here. I have a Brian Downing bobblehead. Always, it cometh for egg. Always has cool videos to watch. Always very funny, very witty. Has a lot of auctions as well, so check him out. The Rays, this Willie Adames, reminds me of the Eminem Boys, Matt and Mateo Fox, MP Fox channel. It's a father-son channel, and I love watching their channel. They always have fun ripping packs. Mateo does not like anything past probably like, I want to say 2010 maybe. He just doesn't like the old stuff. He's more of the modern guy. So love their channel. So MP Fox, anytime I see the Rays. Next up, I got this Tris speaker. When I see cards like this, it reminds me of Rick. Oddball, vintage oddball cards. Rick has a cool channel. He has a lot of vintage, a lot of pre-war, a lot of oddball pre-war stuff. And I like watching this. I learn a lot from his channel. So check that out. Next up, I got these here. I wish I would have pulled out my Nomar Garcia Parra, but I think these will represent Mr. Fisher Bike, Jason. Red Sox guy, big Nomar Garcia Parra, PC guy. But I figured these two right here would fit the bill. So Jason, Mr. Fisher Bike. Cool channel there. McGuire. I mean, these don't do any justice to his channel. We got a Mark McGuire Super Collector. Is Eric, Oakland A's 915. He's a Mark McGuire Super Collector, and just recently he picked up a really big card for his collection, so check him out. He's a Mark McGuire guy. Bernie Williams. Anytime you see this, there's only one guy on YouTube that, you know, reminds me of. It's Victor Negron. He's a New York guy. Everything New York he PCs. He's a big Bernie Williams collector. His favorite's the Donruss. I just couldn't find it. I know I have it somewhere. But yeah, Bernie. And I also pulled this old school Latrell Sprewell from the Knicks. This is a nice swatch patch card from back in the day. So there you go, Victor Negron. Next up, this one here. This is I won this on a contest from George. Excuse me. Diamond Yard Sports Cards. Got this back in the Hobby Palooza. He had a contest. I won this, and just maybe within the month after, I found this card here. Had to match it up. So thanks, George, again for this card. And he has a lot of vintage. He's a big Jackie Robinson collector as well. So check out his stuff. He's got an insane collection. And there it is, Diamond Yard Sports Cards. Next up, these two. Mookie Betts, and the Walker Bueller. These were gifted to me by Dane, Card Tech 710. Again, thanks, bro. Really love these cards. He knows I'm a Dodger guy, and he's sent these cards to me on different occasions. And he's a guy I watch all the time as well. He has an insane Sapphire rookie collection, Gem Mint collection, and some vintage as well. But these cards will always remind you of your channel, of you, Dane. And again, thanks. This was huge for me. So thank you, bro, on that. Next up, this Roy Campanella also was a gift to me from Mike Y. He's another Dodger fan. He's also a Raider fan. And he sent this over to me in a care package. He knew I liked this card, and he sent one over my way. So thanks, Mike. Really appreciate it. You knew it was my favorite, and you got me good on this one, man. So thanks on that. Moving right along. Believe me, I mean, just going through a lot of these, I realized there's so many cards that remind me of different tubers. I'm already at 11, but I'm going to try to make it fast, guys. This one, Tops 8541 here. Nate, Barry Bonds Super Collector. He has well over 5,000 unique Barry Bonds cards. Any Barry Bonds, even San Francisco players, remind me of Nate. Tops 8541. Next up, you guys should know, when you see the Dwight Gooden rookie card, there's only one guy out there. The wallet card. Eric, those back pages, the card oracle. Awesome knowledge. He's always giving me, I mean, seems like the right advice on certain cards. I mean, when there's cards I like, I always, run with it. Very knowledgeable guy, and a real cool guy here in the community. So those back pages. Next up, this one real quick. George Brett, Royals. There's only one guy. Blue Jacket 66, Dave. There's that one. Another A's. Tony, Psyched on Baseball. Big A's collector. A's fan. He also just completed his 1960 Tops set, and I was currently working on his 1965 set. And he also does a little Tops 2020. So check him out. Real cool channel. You learn a lot, from all these 60s players. He gives you a nice little breakdown on their bio for every card when he picks it up. So really cool channel to watch. Tony, Psyched on Baseball card. Next up, Cubs fan. Anytime I see any Ernie Banks Cubs, I think of Vintage Card Steve. He's another cool guy here in the community. Always comments. Real nice guy. So Steve, Vintage Card Steve for the Cubs. Here we have some Braves. So it's funny how like every team, you have somebody. So Braves, Andy, nostalgic about baseball. Big Braves guy. Sorry, buddy, but I prefer the Dodgers winning this year. It was a good run. These guys have a lot of potential. They'll be up there again next year for sure. So Braves, definitely Andy, nostalgic about baseball. He's also working on a 1962 top set, which he might be halfway done with. And then next, Don Mattingly, Yankees. You think of Hitman 23, Mike. Cool channel too. Don Mattingly collector. He also does a lot of PCs, like in the cage, players that are in the cage. players with funny names. He does a lot of PCs, kind of like I started to do here recently. So he's also a big Washington football team fan. So no longer the Redskins, but Mike Hitman 23. And we're almost there, guys. If you're still here, thank you. Here we have Mike Schmidt, Ray from Philly, big Schmidt guy. There's also Michael and Ed Wesker-Griff, big Phillies guys. And there's that one. Roberto Clemente, Lou Rock TV, big shout out to you. Big Clemente collector. He makes cool videos with his daughter, breaking packs, blasters, and just has a lot of fun. He's another cool guy here in the community that always commenting and always just a real cool guy. So Lou Rock, he's a Clemente guy. And also, now that we have this one on hand, Pirates or Clemente reminds me of Bobby Lewis. And with him, not only does it Clemente or Pirates, but also the funny card PC. I started doing the funny card PC as well, and this one here will definitely remind me of him. This is probably one of the funniest baseball cards you'll see out there. This one's actually ranked #1 in a few websites as well. So the Keith Comstock. So there's that one. Mr. Bob Lewis. Next up, we have this Griffey card. This image here. Always, there's a story behind this one. I might as well say now because I've been taking forever. So Josh, I got your package ready. It's just I'm too lazy to go to a post office, but it's coming your way soon. I've been putting it together. So story behind this one. The Griffey here, if you see the boy here in the background, if it can focus, there. That right there is Mr. Josh, Impact Player. So this is a cool shot of Griffey back in the early 90s, I believe, out in Detroit, making that awesome catch there. And Josh just happens to be right there. So how cool is that to be on a baseball card? Not only that, but on a Griffey card at that. So pretty cool. Check out his channel. I love the way he makes his videos. He's another Dodger guy, like me. So there it is there. Josh, Impact Player. Next up, anytime I see this card right here, reminds me of Mark, Stofe Investor. Anytime he shows his cards, they look like this for the most part. But he's a White Sox guy, Baines. And right now he's currently working on the 68 top set. And I believe he's working on it pretty quickly. I think he's like halfway through, and he hasn't been collecting that one too long or putting it together that long. So he's on his way. Next up, we got another White Sox collector, Eloy Jimenez here. Gary Bink Scott. You might know him from his 84 Joe Carter Super Collection, but he also has another one on this Delino de Shields. He's a guy that's also working on the 100 cards of the 80s by Mike Payne, as I am. So anytime I see this one or this Maury Wills, reminds me of you, Gary. I couldn't believe how many cards of this guy you had the day you showed him. So big shout out to you, Bink Scott. Next up, movie guy, big movie buff here recently. I can't really get the shot in here, but you know who it is. It's or you know what this is. It's a Kill Bill Volume 1 by Quentin Tarantino, big Tarantino guy. He does his movie reviews. He's also a big Japanese player collector. It's none other than Zombie Collector. Jason, shout out to you. this stuff just reminds me of you now. And keep it going, man. Let's keep seeing those movie reviews. You need that smoking jacket and pipe to go with that. And two more, guys. I know it's dragging, but I ended up pulling quite a few cards. So Raleigh Fingers here with this stash. Anytime I see a player with this stash, there's one guy on YouTube that will remind me of. That's none other than G's Mikey. No one can carry that stash like him. And this one. He actually has original. This is just some cutout I did of the 89 Bowman because I had a couple of these inch acrylics, inch thick acrylics. So he actually has a 51 Bowman rookie card of Mickey Mantle and the 52 Topps Mickey Mantle. He has a crazy collection. He's also another Dodger fan. And check him out. He has an insane collection too. So, geez, Mikey. And here, wrapping it up, guys, we got Corey Seager. When you think of Corey Seager now, you think of Pepino Man Caesar. Shout out to you. Hyunjin Ryu is another guy. But for those of you that don't know, he's also a big Steve Jeltz. Well, 89 Topps Steve Jeltz. Because this is the last card he needed to complete that set. So I got these waiting for you, Caesar. So one of these days I'm going to send these out to you. So there's that. And last but not least, the guy doing the contest, Mr. Bowman 53. Of course, got to get the best card in that set, Pee-wee. Anytime I think of any Bowman 53, it's you and probably Joey brings it. So I know this is your favorite card. Not only that, for all you guys watching, if you watch it this all the way through, he's also giving this out as part of his contest. He's giving out one of these cards too. So awesome contest, Alex. This was really fun. As you can see, it went on forever, and I could have kept going, but I do watch a lot of videos. So if I didn't get you here, I'll definitely get you on another one. So thanks again. This was fun. And for all you out there, thanks for watching. And go check out Alex Bowman 53. Awesome videos. They always look like they're like documentaries every time he posts a video. So really cool watch. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.